Hari Om Shri Matre Namaha. Hope all of you are keeping good health and prosperity by the grace of Divine Mother Lalita Ma. Shri Matre Namaha. So, in this episode of our video, I am going to give you an introduction about Devi Mahatmyam. Devi Mahatmyam is also known as Durgā Saptashatī, that is the 700 ślokas which talk about the greatness of the Jagat Janani, the Divine Mother, the Śakti, Adi Parashakti. These 700 ślokas, collectively known as Devi Mahatmyam, so this occurs in the Mārkaṇḍeya Purāṇa. So from the Mārkaṇḍeya Purāṇam, from the chapters 81 to 93, we have this Devi Mahatmyam, which we call as the Durgā Saptashatī or Durgā Pāṭha. Okay. So these ślokas praise the Divine Mother Devi as the ultimate source of energy. So it praises her as the creator, as the protector, and as the destructor. That is the dissolution, one gives you the mukti. So here we have three charitras. So we call it as three charitra: Prathama charitra, Madhyama charitra, and Uttama charitra or Uttara charitra. So chapter 1 is the Prathama charitram. So Prathama charitram praises Devi as Mahākālī. So first it is the tamasic nature of Devi there is praised. Here Devi wakes up Mahavishnu from his yoga nidra and kills the two asuras, Madhu and Kaidapa. So the tamasic character of the two. So these two asuras are said to have emerged from the Karnamalodbhut, that is from the dirt of the ears of Mahavishnu, and they were torturing Brahma from the Nabi, who was on the Nabi of Vishnu, and therefore the Devas perform a yagam, and from that Devi comes up and wakes up Mahavishnu from his sleep to slay the Madhu and Kaidapa. So that is about the Prathama charitram. Okay, so here we have a lot of esoteric meaning here, because it is the Mahākālī avatar we praise in the Prathama charitram. So the Madhu and Kaidapa, those two asuras, represent the tamasic character which is inherited by one due to the various births which have been taken. So the collective karmas of the previous birth. So that is the significance of the Prathama charitram. The Madhyama charitram starts from the second chapter to the fourth. So these anuvakams, these chapters, Devi is praised in a rajasic form, who is Mahālakṣmī, and these chapters talk about Mahīṣāsura. I can even connect it like, once the karmas are cleansed, one has to travel to the path of mukti. So before that, Mahisha, the sluggishness, the spiritual block, we can even relate it to the Brahma Granthi. So the first chapter helps us to get the Brahma Granthi pierced. So the emotional blocks, the emotional things which will pull us down. So the earthly things, that is Brahma Granthi. So that is Brahma Granthi is pierced in the Prathama Charitram. When you go to the Madhyama Charitram, see, now the next level, the Rajasic characters in you. So you have the Mahīṣāsura, the sluggishness. This sluggishness happens even in spirituality. Okay, so we feel, like, okay, what's going to happen this way? So you're stuck there. So when a person is stuck, you need to have, that's what we call as the Vishnu Granthi. So the Vishnu Granthi is pierced and the Vishnu Granthi is opened up in the, that is the Madhyama Charitram, where Devi is worshipped as Mahālakṣmī. And the third Uttama Charitram or Uttara Charitram. So here we worship Devi in the Sattvic nature, and Devi is worshipped as Mahāsarasvatī. So you have the various ways in which a person experiences the divine wisdom, Mahāsarasvatī. The wisdom in one, that is the piercing of the Rudra Granthi and giving the wisdom that I am in the Swarupam of Brahma. That's the greatest wisdom. And the Jnanam, so see, the Maya, the veil is pierced and one experiences the divine wisdom. So that is the Uttama Charitram or the final verses. So that is the finally, that is in the Uttama Charitram, we talk about the slaying of Śumbha and Niśumbha. The, the ultimate ego. Sometimes, in spirituality, we have the spiritual ego. See, people slightly elevated, okay, we are prone to get the ego that we are the ultimate. There one needs to know that this wisdom which I have is not mine. It is the wisdom that is bestowed on me by divine. See, even in Rudram we have Bhaktre Saraswati Tishtatu. So Saraswati Devi, she dwells in my tongue, she dwells in my face, and that is the Rudra Granthi, spiritual enlightenment. So this is the Uttama Charitram. Now, this Devi Mahatmyam, when one recites, when one hears, because it has a lot of bijaksharas hidden in them. Lots and lots of bijaksharas. So because every line is a bijakshara here, and therefore when one just listens to it even, it brings about immense positivity in their life. It removes the blocks in their life. It removes the negativities in their life. It bestows one with the ultimate wealth and also mukti. So here I want to tell you about the benefits of reciting Devi Mahatmyam or even just listening. And the Palastuti is given in the chapter 12 of Devi Mahatmyam. And it starts with Devi Uvacha, meaning Devi herself says. So what she says is, the one who listens to the destruction of Madhu and Mahishasura, Madhu Kaidaba, Mahishasura, Śumbha and Niśumbha, or one who chants it with a steady mind, and she also gives the days in which the Devi Mahatmyam has to be chanted. Ashtami, Chaturdashi and Navami. So all these tithis are very good for Devi worship. Okay, so she says, the first promise she gives here is their sins will be cleansed. So they will not have any sin. And also she says that they will be protected from all dangers, and they will not have any poverty. She even says poverty will not come even closer to them. So she promises the cleansing of sins, she promises the protection, she promises the removal of fear, she promises even we shall be surrounded by people who are genuine. So that is very beautiful, right? And she says, Shatru to na bhayam tasya. So no fear of enemies. And also she says, they will be protected from thieves, dacoity. And they will be protected even from Raja, that is the government. So they will be protected from Rajataha, and also from the weapons. They will be protected from fire, they will be protected from water. Okay, so, and therefore she says, with a steady heart, because Devi Mahatmyam, the complete Parayanam, will at least take you 3 hours, the complete Charitram. Okay, there is another short form of it where you see just the Bija Mantra Makam. So just recite the Bija Mantras. But I personally feel reciting the whole lot of Mahatmyam along with Kavacham, Argalam and Kilakam, tremendous energy will be there. And if you are doing Agni Karyam, that is doing a homam with that, it is going to be really tremendous. So beautiful it is. Okay. So she says one has to recite it with a focus. Okay. And they will be protected from, that is, even the the diseases which are seasonal diseases like Mahamari, etc., pox, okay, and all this thing. So, and in whose house Devi Mahatmyam is recited every day, Devi says, I will not leave that place any time. So you can actually feel her presence in your place. That's the thing I want to happen in every home. So they will be protected from all the natural catastrophes and protected from epidemics, pandemic, whatever word you want to put, they are protected. And also she says, even if you do the puja, not in a proper order, but doing it with total dedication, I will accept your puja. So learn to chant, because this is the wealth our ancestors have given to us. And during the Navaratri, it is most auspicious to learn and chant it. Okay? And so everything is, dusvapna nasham, removal of black magic, graha pitasu, okay, chograsu, mahatmyam shrunuyan mama, navagraha pitas, so removal of the doshas due to navagraham. And it goes balagraha bhibhutanam, balanam shanti karyakam. So it will also give the peace of mind to children. So if one needs to have the complete glory of Devi, all the time in your house, it's always good that you learn to chant, because when we do a great Chandi Yagam, so this is Shata Chandi. So the Chandi Yagam, we call people to do and recite it. But if you learn it on your own, then you can recite it every day. So there are various methods in which we can recite it to bring about the changes we desire, and it happens. So I want this knowledge, personally I feel, should reach every home, because these treasures should be carried to our younger generations. So this is a call for you to learn Devi Mahatmyam, Durgā Pāṭha, and spread this wisdom across. May the Divine Mother's grace be upon all of you. Sri Matre Namaha.